Hello and welcome to Spotlight on the Arts. I'm Mark McLemore. Getting an inside view of the artistic process and making a wide range of locally produced works of art available to the public, that's what Open Studio Tours are all about. The Arts Foundation for Tucson and Southern Arizona has organized 2 different self-guided tours during the first and second weekends in November. Here with me now are Elizabeth von Isser and Tony von Isser, both local artists who will be among more than 150 creatives that you can visit during the next Open Studio Tours. Thank you for being here. Elizabeth, tell me, what's the origin of your connection with Open Studio Tours? How far do you go back with this?
I began painting in 2006 and did, I think, my first Open Studio Tour in 2008.
What are some comments that you get back, and what makes it something that you want to do each year?
I think that one of the nicest parts about it is that Tony and I are pretty introverted. And so having people come to our studios as a part of the Open Studio Tour is a great opportunity for us to be in a space that we're comfortable. And I think having our studio space in our home makes it comfortable for the people who come to visit us too.
So Tony, how do you describe the creative work that you do?
I've been accumulating metal pieces, junk, scrap, dumpster diving for many years, and I like to take those things and create something out of it. It's very rewarding to take what most people would think is scrap and turn it into something that's sort of whimsical or fun and artistic.
Do you ever find yourself holding on to an unusual piece that you're looking for a way to work into a sculpt?
I used to say I'm going to save this for something special, and now I'm saying I'm just going to use it if I have a use for it. And yes, I've been doing that for a long time, and I have quite an accumulation of rusty relics, and I'm using quite a few of them now.
Well, how far do you go back with the Open Studio Tours?
This is my 4th year, I think. I retired 5 years ago, and now that I have more time, I'm participating with my wife doing this. We have a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feed off of each other's creativity? What kind of support have you been called upon in the past, maybe, to provide for Tony's work, Elizabeth?
When either one of us gets stuck, we'll call the other one in and say, okay, I need you to take a look at this. You know, what do I do here? Or how do I fix this? Or, and you know, if he gets stuck, he'll say, do you have a couple minutes? And I'll go out to his studio.
I'm calling on Liz quite a bit, and she'll come out and I'll have something laid out and she'll say, well, try this, and she'll move it around a bit, and it makes all the difference. So I have my own built-in consultant, and it's wonderful.
Well, what about the potential for a collaboration? Have you done that yet?
We actually have done that.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we have. I did a painting of a bobcat, and the face of it is the painting, but then Tony did metal work to complete his head. It really turned out very nice.
For people who have never taken the self-guided tours and explored this artistic side of Tucson, what advice would you give?
You can meet a lot of great people and get a lot of great ideas, and there's lots of studios that are open and lots to see, and the weather's always nice in November, and it's just a great time to get out and meet people and get some ideas and get inspired.
Yeah, there's maps and lists of all the different artists, and what Tony and I do on, for instance, weekends that we're not doing the tour, but other people are, we'll go through the listings and we'll say, ooh, that looks interesting, or ooh, I think I'd like to see this person's work, and we'll create a little map for ourselves of where we're going to go. There's so many different studios to go to, so many different artists to see, and you can't do it all, but you can pick and choose which things look most interesting.
Thank you so much for coming to share your perspective, Elizabeth von Isser and Tony von Isser. There are 2 different Open Studio Tours being offered in November. The first are for studios that are located north of Grant Road, and that happens on November 2nd and 3rd. That'll be followed by the studios south of Grant Road. Those tours are on November 9th and 10th. You can plot your own route by using the digital map at artsfoundtucson.org. Thank you for watching Spotlight on the Arts.